Kyle, I wanted to ask, according to Pro Football Outsiders, Colorado State has one of the top defensive lines in the country. They rank in the top 10 in a number of categories. So I just wanted to see, from your perspective, challenges do they, and how are you going to meet it?
They offer a lot of challenges. They've been a solid group up front for a couple years now. That's no surprise to us. But I believe our job's pretty clear what we have to do. It doesn't change. It's just the people just change. So making sure we can get what we need to do up front is going to be important.
Perfect. And then my last question is, on social media and different places, Aztec Nation took a lot of pride with, the program being willing to travel on short notice and to take on that kind of a challenge. It's really easy for the people on social media to say something about that. We get to watch the game from the couch, but you actually have to play in it. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts on being able to having the administration and your coaches pick up a game on that short notice for you and your teammates.
Yeah, it was a big difference between seasons. Obviously, this is unprecedented in what we're doing, but we were told when the week started, we knew we weren't going to have our game, but we knew we were going to be playing on Saturday if it was possible. So we were game planning however we could. We were scheduling or planning for as many teams as we could, just trying to get the options set in. But we knew we were going to be playing, and we were told all year, just we got to be ready this year. So being ready was always on our mind. We were ready to play, or we were in the right mindset.
What changes for you up front, if anything, based on who the quarterback is? Because you've had 3 different quarterbacks at times over the last couple of weeks. So how impactful, if at all, is that for you and your teammates up front?
The game plan doesn't change too much when we go from quarterback to quarterback. We still know our job up front. It changes a couple aspects of it, but just being comfortable. We're all comfortable with whoever's in there. They all split reps all week. It's nothing new when someone else shows up. So we know what we have to do for them, and if we get that job done, it shouldn't matter who's back there.
And then what are the areas, not just you individually, but collectively, like what are some areas you're working on for these final couple of games of 2020?
We're really working on putting together 60 minutes of full Aztec football. We've come short of that a couple times this year, and it's let us down. But really focusing on ending it the right way, getting the right momentum coming out of this year, and putting together 60 minutes of good Aztec football is what we're focused on now.
Kyle, having been part of this program for such a long time, you've experienced very few losses. So how are you handling the losses, and how are you, as a leader, helping your teammates deal with it?
That's something that we've all had to learn how to handle a little bit this year, and making sure that you don't just dismiss the game as a one-time thing or a couple times or having a bad year or we didn't have our players. Taking what you can learn from the game and moving on is really important, and making sure that we don't become used to it, and we stay true to what we believe, and that we should be the best team out there every weekend, and that we should win all the games that we should.
And what can you tell us about Colorado State?
They're a solid group. They got some transfer guys came in, filled in some spots for them. They got a lot of production up front, but it's going to be a good football game. It's going to be a physical football game, and we're excited for it here.
Finally, it has to be rewarding to see Greg Bell blow through a hole, and a hole that you created or someone else created, and do what he has done, what he did in the first 2 games. How do you sense, from a 0 to 100, what percentage is he at right now as far as what you can see?
As far as I can tell, I know that when he is back, he will be 100%, and he's done a lot this week to come back and get more closer to game shape, and we're excited to see him.
Terrific game on Saturday, and you kind of shifted right from interior to back to the defensive end when Jonah Tavai went into the starting lineup, I want to say, against Hawaii. Do you feel like that move out to defensive end kind of springboarded you into the kind of game that you had against Colorado, excuse me?
I was ready for whatever challenge was given to me. I was practicing defensive end, a few practices before that, and then when Jonah went in there, he did a terrific job, and I ended up finding myself out there at defensive end. I believe that I just kept believing in myself. I don't think that it really had any major impact on my game. I was just ready for the challenge.
Very good. And today was last week was one of your big games statistically, but you have been around the quarterback all year. I think you lead the team in quarterback hurries, and has it been frustrating not being able to kind of finish those plays?
Like I said, I'm just trying to believe in myself. I know my coaches believe in me. I know my teammates believe in me. My coaches give me the best game plan. In order to get back there, I'm just trying to do my best job to execute.
Hey, Cameron. Coach Hoke mentioned the other day that after 2 plays, he pulled you out of the game. It sounds like he maybe had a few choice words for you. Can you tell us what he said to you and how that inspired you once you went back in?
He was frustrated with me. I did not come out ready to play. That is something that we always talk about throughout the week, is making sure we're prepared and ready to play, and that was something I struggled with early. I got my head wrapped around things after he gave me a few specific words, and then I was ready to go after that.
Anything in particular in his message that he said that resonated?
Nothing I'd prefer to say.
Cameron, what kind of opportunity was it for you and your teammates, on such short notice to play a Pac-12 opponent and play as well as you did? I mean, certainly you wanted to win, but what type of opportunity and challenge was it on Saturday?
We were ready to play all week. We didn't know exactly who we were going to play. We had a good idea it was going to be Pac-12. We weren't certain on that. When the opportunity was presented on us late that Thursday night in Thanksgiving, we got together. We made sure we were well prepared. And sorry, do you mind repeating the second part of that question?
Just how much of an opportunity it was. Also a challenge, but you see it as an opportunity when you get to take on an opponent from the Pac-12.
Yeah, them not being part of our conference, that we take every week as a championship week, especially when we play our in-conference opponents. So being out of the conference, that was, I wouldn't say it took off a little bit of the pressure, but it was a little bit more relaxing knowing that, it isn't too heavy on us, too detrimental on us towards winning our 22nd championship.
And then what was the week like leading up? Like, what was Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday like for you, practicing or preparing when you didn't know who the opponent was going to be?
We didn't really focus on that too much. We just focused on us, preparing our keys and stuff that we work on every single day at practice. Obviously, the game plan was a little bit delayed, but we just focus on us and being the best that we could be every day.
I wanted to ask a question. You and your brother obviously decided to stay close to home, and with the craziness that 2020 has been for everybody, how has that decision to stay close to home, having your brother on the team, how has that been able to be a positive for you?
Well, I was not able to go home for Thanksgiving. Obviously, we did that as a team thing. We had a team meal here,
Right.
but I was not able to go home for Thanksgiving. But having my brother here, that was really nice to have a piece of family that I could join for that day.